What's up, JW here? Today we have the weekly setup review of Monday Night Raw. This show was actually really good, in my opinion. They start off the show with Cody Rhodes coming out, pretty much talking about how at SummerSlam he beat Brock Lesnar, and he was absolutely blown away with how Brock Lesnar showed respect to him, raised his hand in the air and everything, and he's like, and I finally realized after the show and everything, Brock Lesnar acknowledged me, kind of hinting how he's eventually going to go after Roman Reigns for that title again. I'm calling it WrestleMania 40, Cody and Roman. It's just history of WrestleManias. The underdogs always win at like the 10, 20, 30, 40. That's just how WWE works it, I guess. But then he's like, I can beat anybody in the world. And then Seth freaking Rollins, the world heavyweight champion, because he said the world. He comes out pretty much talking to Cody like, oh, you think you can beat anybody in the world and stuff. And then Judgment Day comes out. Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and Dominic Mysterio, they're like, you guys don't get to make any decisions on Monday Night Raw. We run Monday Night Raw. No Finn Balor, which was weird. He usually comes out with them, but he's kind of got some beef with Damian Priest. And then out of nowhere, Finn Balor attacks Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, and they all get in the ring beating him up. And then Sami Zayn's music hits. He comes out, and they all started having a brawl. Cody ended up hitting a Cody cut in his super nice suit and shoes, and the three biggest baby faces pretty much in the company stood tall in the ring, and then Cody Rhodes ended up challenging the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio in a six-man match of the main event. Seth Rollins, Cody, and Sami Zayn. Rollins was a little not too happy that he was making decisions for him, but then later backstage they ended up shaking hands and being cool with each other. But Sami Zayn is like, oh, that didn't seem very cool, because they still were arguing when they shook hands backstage. Well, they actually didn't even shake hands. They just kind of like, all right, we're cool, and they went their separate ways. So that was after that. After this and then the backstage part, there was a fatal four-way match, which I thought was really good. Chad Gable versus Ricochet versus Matt Riddle versus Tommaso Ciampa. All four guys are actually pretty good in the ring, and they were all, whoever wins faces Gunther for the Intercontinental title, and they were in Chad Gable's hometown, Minneapolis, and Chad Gable ended up winning, which he is the one that deserves it. I think he should be the person that dethrones Gunther for the Intercontinental title, but I'd say let Gunther pass Honky Tonk Man first on his title reign, maybe at Payback, Gunther versus Chad Gable. I'd like to see that. That'd be a nice match, and then Chad Gable winning, because I think that'll be over a month then. So then Gunther will have passed Honky Tonk Man in his record. After that match, Becky Lynch came out pretty much saying how next week she's going to face Trish Stratus because finally got her match. Zoe Stark came out talking smack with Becky Lynch. And then Shayna Baszler came out. Oh my God, Shayna Baszler. So definitely the match at SummerSlam, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, was clearly, they were hitting each other for real with like the punches and stuff. You could tell they weren't full go. And it was definitely scripted. They knew who was going to win. Shayna Baszler's eye was like completely swollen shut from that one crazy knee Ronda Rousey gave her. She had her arm brace, and then a cast on her hand. The cast on the hand clearly is fake, because she ended up having a match. She ended up facing Zoe Stark. I think the arm that was wrapped up and everything might have been real, but clearly her face is all messed up. Becky Lynch saw her, she goes, "Dang, Shayna, you do not look good." Which was true. She did not look good. But Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark had a decent match going back and forth, and Shayna Baszler ended up winning. They were pushing Shayna Baszler, which actually I don't mind. She's actually not that bad of a wrestler. After that was the Miz came out. He's all mad because backstage, he saw, actually no, this was backstage, Miz was about to get a photo shoot, and they said, you gotta wait. And then it's LA Knight getting pictures and everything. He's like, seriously, he wins one battle royal and he takes my spot. Pictures. I'll get back to that because it was late in the show. After that was Shinsuke Nakamura versus Braun Strowman to finish this like feud thing they were going on. Shinsuke ended up winning, and then he ended up having an interview backstage, and then they had to cut it short because they heard stuff backstage, and Sami Zayn was being attacked by I forgot, there's this like new guy that was talking to Finn Balor that might be joining Judgment Day. He messed up Sami Zayn's arm and everything, so Sami Zayn couldn't fight in the match anymore. Later in the show, Seth Rollins is like, I don't know if I can trust Cody. I have no idea. I guess it's gonna be a 3-on-2 match. And then Shinsuke is like, I'll join you guys. And Seth Rollins was like, all right, I respect you, Shinsuke. You can join us. So I'm like, that's an awesome trio. Cody, Shinsuke, and Seth Rollins, absolutely awesome. But then after that was in the ring, Miz was complaining about all the stuff, how he got eliminated in the Battle Royal and all this stuff. And then LA Knight is also on Raw. He's so over. He's on Raw and SmackDown. The crowd lost their minds, like always. These two had an insane promo. One of the best promos I've seen on Monday Night Raw in a long time. Miz is so good on the mic, and LA Knight's insane on the mic. I gotta say, though, Miz, I would say, beat LA Knight a little bit on that promo. But I think these two could have an absolutely amazing feud. They were going back and forth about everything. The history of LA Knight, history of Miz, and just ripping each other pretty much. And then LA Knight was like, Miz was like saying, you can't take me. And LA Knight's like, all right, let's go. And Miz was ready to go, and then he tried to leave. Miz like turned around, and so like to leave this way, and then LA Knight went that way, and then Miz attacked LA Knight from behind, but LA Knight was able to get out of it and hit his finisher. I forgot what it was called, but it's almost kind of like a reverse stunner kind of a thing. It's cool. After that was the Viking Raiders put a match, like what's it called? An open challenge. And then New Day's back after 5 months of being gone because Kofi Kingston was hurt. Xavier Woods was wrestling every once in a while, but the New Day's back as a tag team. Hopefully they can win the tag titles eventually soon. That's what they were talking about. They had an awesome match with the Viking Raiders, doing some crazy stuff. Kofi did a crazy dive outside of the ring, and then Xavier did his elbow drop from the top rope. I would say Ivar was like right where Becky Lynch's left foot was. He jumped so freaking far. I'm like, how in the world did he hit him? It was insane. But the New Day picked up the victory, and then backstage they were celebrating, saying that they're soon to be the new WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions, which I'd be fine with them winning the tag titles against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, because I love the New Day. They're so fun. And after that was the main event of the night. It was Cody Rhodes, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Seth Rollins versus the Judgment Day. Really good match, going back and forth and stuff. I honestly thought I enjoyed the match. I thought it was a great main event, and Judgment Day was trying to cheat. They distracted the ref. They threw the Money in the Bank briefcase in there. Damian Priest was trying to do something. Sami Zayn just jumped the barricade with his arm all wrapped up, attacked Damian Priest, threw him on the announcer's desk, and threw him over the announcer's desk. Finn Balor grabbed the Money in the Bank and was about to hit, I think it was Cody. Then Seth Rollins out of nowhere super kicked Finn Balor, got out of the ring. Cody hit him with the crossroads, 1, 2, 3, and then in the ring, Cody, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura, all raising hands, celebrating together, and finally Cody and Rollins were on the same page and shook hands, and they all celebrated together. Cody on one side of the ring post, and Rollins on the other one, the two biggest baby faces, and then Shinsuke and Sami on the other corner. And then Rollins gets down, and then out of nowhere, freaking Kinshasa to Seth freaking Rollins. I'm so happy Shinsuke Nakamura is back to being heel. Heel Shinsuke is amazing, because last time we had heel Shinsuke, that's when he would go up to the announcers and be like, I don't speak English. Absolutely amazing. He's so freaking funny. And I would love to see Shinsuke dethrone Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title, because Shinsuke deserves a title run, like a big title, like a WWE Championship or a World title in WWE. He hasn't had it. He should have beat AJ Styles how long ago when he won the Royal Rumble at that WrestleMania. Hopefully they don't mess up this time and they have Shinsuke beat Seth Rollins eventually. That could be a great storyline. And then they got to figure something out with Cody for a feud for Cody, because they kind of were like doing a thing with Seth Rollins, but clearly they squashed that because they're going with Shinsuke and Rollins, which I love that. I thought overall this show was actually really good for a Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna give it a solid 4 out of 5. Oh, also I forgot match. Oh my gosh, completely forgot, because it was pretty much a squash match. Ludwig Kaiser versus Otis had a match. Gunther on the ringside, and Ludwig Kaiser squashed Otis pretty quick. It wasn't terrible, but obviously it wasn't the greatest because I kind of forgot about it, because it was so short, the match. Like, they came out, I looked away to get something, and I'm like, the match just ended. I'm like, oh my god. So I don't remember most of the match. Sorry about that, but I thought the show was great. 4 out of 5 review. Thought that pretty much almost everything in the show was great. Definitely one of my favorite promo was definitely LA Knight and The Miz. And favorite match was the main event with Cody Rhodes, Shinsuke, and Seth freaking Rollins. This is Jared W. Make sure to like, subscribe, stay tuned for more wrestling figure content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.